Good morning or afternoon. I'm going to read one of my favorite books today, The Remarkable Farkle McBride. This is by John Lithgow and illustrated by C.F. Payne. Ignore my children in the background. Oh, pity the prodigy Farkle McBride, no matter what instrument poor Farkle tried, whether strumming or blowing or drumming or bowing, his musical passions were unsatisfied. Yes, I know he's got a big head. Every class always comments on that. When Farkle McBride was a 3-year-old tyke, all freckly, bony, and thin, he astonished his friends and his family alike by playing superb violin. There he is, an itty-bitty little child playing violin. There's his mommy and his daddy watching. It's hard to tell if it's on the screen, but I got it. He went reedly-deedly-deedly-dee with all of the strings at his side. Reedly-deedly-deedly-dee, the remarkable Farkle McBride. Look at him playing with all those grown-ups. But when he was 4, Farkle played it no more. In spite of his parents' beseeching, he shattered the records he used to adore. He smashed up the ribs and ripped up every score. He threw fiddle and bow to the living room floor as he shouted, "Enough of your screeching!" See what he did to his violin? Don't ever do that to one of Miss Recchia's instruments. When Farkle was 5, his melodical gift once again bore rhapsodical fruit. The woodwinds inspired his spirits to lift, and he rapidly mastered the flute. Here he is playing the flute. Toodly-toot-toot-toot. He went roodly-toodly-toodly-too with all of the winds at his side. Roodly-toodly-toodly-too, the remarkable Farkle McBride. And there he is again playing with the whole orchestra. But at 6, Farkle flung his flute into the lake, notwithstanding its lyrical trill. He stamped on the dock till you'd think it would break. "That's it!" he exclaimed. "I've had all I can take. That tootling gives me a brutal headache. It's so wimpy and whiny and shrill." Look at the flute and the fishes. Oh my gosh. Don't you ever do that to one of Miss Recchia's flutes. Never, ever, ever. When Farkle was 7, a different sound rekindled his musical flame. He became the most expert trombonist around, and the boulevards buzzed with his name. He went room-patty-doom-patty-doom-patty-doom with all of the brass at his side. Room-patty-doom-patty-doom-patty-doom, the remarkable Farkle McBride. But at 8, he declared, to his parents' despair, and as everyone else might have guessed, "I can't stand the trombone with its blah and its blare. That racket is more than my eardrums can bear. So return it or throw it away. I don't care. I despise it just like all of the rest." There it is in the garbage. Don't put instruments in the garbage. When Farkle was 9, both his father and mum were bursting with pride and affection, for Farkle learned xylophone, cymbals, and drum, the entire percussionist section. There he is with his drum set. He went boom, bash, clang-a-ma-clash, all the clamor that he could provide. Giggly, bing, bong, bumpity, crash, the remarkable Farkle McBride. He looks pretty happy there, but we know what's going to happen, don't we? But soon he fell prey to his usual gloom, despite all the praise and the flattery. First a sigh, then a sulk, then a frown, then a fume, then an ear-splitting tantrum that emptied the room. "I can't take it!" he bellowed, "the crash and the boom and the clang and the bang of the battery." Is that how Miss Recchia looks after some classes? Poor Farkle at 10, howsoever renowned, had reached the end of his musical tether. But then he discovered his favorite sound, musicians all playing together. Here he is with the light bulb and all the different instruments. It happened like this. The conductor caught cold on the day of a major recital. "You've got to replace him," young Farkle was told. "Your cooperation is vital." Maybe he's got the coronavirus. So he took the baton and he gave the downbeat. And kaboom! The foundations were shaken by glorious music, bombastic and sweet, that filled up the hall and spilled into the street. Music that brought the whole crowd to its feet from the instruments he had forsaken. They went reetily, rootily, roopity, bang! "Bravo!" all the spectators cried. Deedily, doodity, doompetty, bang! The Remarkable Farkle McBride. Since that sparkling night, Maestro Farkle McBride conducts all the instruments that he ever tried. His happy heart sings to brass drums, winds, and strings. And Remarkable Farkle is, at last, satisfied. Start you all the way over here. Did you get it all? Uh-oh. And that's the end. And there's flowers. We usually give a conductor some kind of flowers or a performer at the end of a major recital. I hope you enjoyed that story. I know I did.